The Evolution of AI. Number 1. Bob Hewland. Next, let's compare humans and machines. Humans are a product of biology, while machines are a product of technology. Humans have two main characteristics: muscle and brain. Machine power in form of engines is much more powerful than human muscles. While a human has about 0.1 horsepower, a car has 200 horsepower, and the jet engine has 30,000 horsepower. Before Industrial Revolution, most humans were working with jobs that required muscle power. When machines came along, the muscle power was not longer needed, and most humans moved to work that required brain power. Now the machines are starting using AI. What if AI becomes much more powerful than the human brain power? Next. Okay, let's look at the brain. Carl Sagan described the brain in the following way. The brain is composed of neurons, which are cells of a sort that are specialized in communication. The number of neurons in the brain is something like 100 billion, each with something like 10,000 connections to other neurons. Consciousness, thoughts, and emotions are all physical processes of the brain. So, is the brain a marvel of ingenuity? Next. In the book The Accidental Mind, David Linden says, "The brain is a weird mixture of ad hoc solutions that have accumulated over millions of years. Brain is a kludge, an ill-assorted collection of parts. Its design is quirky, inefficient, and bizarre." Next. Let's compare biological neurons with artificial neurons. A human brain has 86 billion neurons that communicate with each other by sending electrical and chemical impulses. The maximum rate is 200 Hz. Now compare this with AI. For instance, GPT-4, that has 1 trillion parameters. The artificial neurons communicate by sending floating point numbers to each other with a rate of 200 million Hz. That is 1 million times faster than biological neurons. What kind of intelligence will that make possible? Next. Let's take an early feat of artificial intelligence, which was to recognize handwritten digits. On the left, there is an image of the number 2. It consists of 28 by 28 pixels, where each pixel can assume 256 gray levels. Since 28 times 28 is 784, we have 784 raised to 256 possible combinations, which is 10 to the 741. That is more than the number of atoms in the known universe. The world that our brain has to manage is much more complicated than 28 by 28 pixel images. The images that the human eyes can present to the brain has 10 to the 100 million possibilities. The world that our brain has to manage is astronomical. Yet the human brain is limited. It has less than 10 to the power of 10 neurons. What kind of simplified models can the brain make of an immensely complex world? The main purpose of the brain is survival. The brain has to cheat and employ all kinds of tricks like edge detection, segregation, association, conditioned reflexes, habits, sensory integration, imagination, emotions, conflict, reconciliation, consciousness, etc. Next, let's look at some other biological creatures. If we take the roundworm, it has 304 neurons. So the model of the world that the roundworm can make is very, very simple, but it is sufficient for it to survive. A leech has 10 to the 4 neurons, and the human has 10 to the 10 neurons. Next, if we look at the elephant, it has 3 times more neurons than a human. However, much of the elephant's neurons is in the hippocampus. The elephant has much better memory than humans. If we look at the cortex, the humans have 3 times more neurons than the elephant. Is this why humans have come to dominate the world, but elephants haven't? No, the reason is something else. Next, it is the transfer of knowledge. We have invented things like language, storytelling, teaching, writing, books, culture, science, internet, etc. All this in order to transfer knowledge. Next, look at the timeline. Modern humans appeared 100,000 years ago as hunter-gatherers. 12,000 years ago, we started with agriculture, which made it possible to feed many more humans. In 18th century, we started the Industrial Revolution. In 19th century, we figured out electricity. In 20th century, we invented the transistor, integrated circuit, personal computer, and the internet. 2023 was the breakout year of AI. And the rest of 21st century will bring us many more breakthrough inventions. We appeared 100,000 years ago, and our brain has not changed much since then. But transfer of knowledge and inventions have formed platforms that enable new and even more powerful platforms. And the rate of breakthrough inventions have accelerated and keep on accelerating. Next, here is a little story that illustrates the power of platforms. A visitor to the Henry Ford's car factory was impressed and said, "It seems almost impossible, Mr. Ford, that a man starting 25 years ago with practically nothing could accomplish all this." "But that's hardly correct," said Ford. "Every man starts with all there is." Leonardo da Vinci had higher IQ than Ford, but Ford stood on a more powerful platform. How powerful platform do we stand on today? Next, Arthur C. Clarke said that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Next, here are some inventions that would seem a magic if we would show them to a man living 500 years ago. Telephone, camera, electric bulb, TV, telescope, microscope, airplane, antibiotics, anesthesia, computer, internet, GPS, smartphone, virtual reality, AI, and quantum computer. Next, what will be possible using AI? Here we have a girl sitting in the front of a TV. She asks the TV to create and show a movie about a Jedi girl whose mission is to save a planet that has been attacked by aliens that look like insects. Now this movie does not exist. It is created in the same instant the girl asks for it. Is this possible? I think it is. Next, will it be possible for artificial intelligence to find new theorems and relations in mathematics, physics, and other sciences? Probably yes. Next, will it be possible for artificial intelligence to find new drugs, curing many diseases, including slowing down aging? Probably yes. Next, one thing is clear. AI will impact all human endeavors. It will impact science, finance, architecture, medicine, warfare, peace, education, engineering, art, music, literature, entrepreneurship, technology, psychology, biology, astronomy, and everything else. Next, you might be wondering how this will impact you personally. When a new technology comes along, you will either be a part of the steamroller or you will become a part of the asphalt. My advice is to embrace the AI revolution because it will come. There is no way of stopping it. The governments might regulate it, but they will not be able to stop it. Nor is it desirable. The benefits are just too big. AI is here to stay. Next. That's all I have to say for now. Thank you for watching.